It's time. Keep an eye on this, like a 2x pressure log. This is pretty strange. The XRP ETF came out at the perfect time. Do you remember when XRP was worth 61 cents? They put out the leveraged long ETF just a few days ago when XRP was thought to be at its lowest point. Some people also think that's pretty odd since we said we had the same interesting feeling about the Coinbase futures will start trading at the end of the month, right? I also think that will be timed at the bottom. We could take one more drop, right? After that, they'll pump it really hard. It was just a test. Check it out for days 2 through 4. The XRP is really loud. There's a lot of money, especially for a 2x in this crazy market. These numbers are easy for spit quit ETFs to understand, but they are very strong. It looks like the money wants to find its own ways in again, guys. People are quickly becoming interested in this. It's better to have more ETFs. Since this is a 2x long right now, is that right? A 2x long XRP ETF made people think I need to get in on this. Even more so since the prices were so low and it was clear that XRP wasn't going to die that day. A lot of people helped and a lot of money came in. It looked like it found a way into this ETF. Okay. The CEO said that the day the XRP ETF began trading was the best for any fund launch we've ever had. Yes, everyone is very excited. Let's listen to what he has to say. Also, I think the Coinbase options will go live on the 21st of is this month on the 21st. I thought about it about 2 weeks ago or whenever. There were reports that Coinbase would launch their own XRP plays. In other words, I thought the same thing would happen. The market is likely to go up again. I think this drop was just a test. I think it will go down one more time, maybe to $1, 0 cents, 30. There will then be a big rise to the upside. Most likely that day will come in a week or two. All of these things are building up to it. It gets even stranger from FOJ because Forbes tells everyone how to buy and sell XRP. Forbes says how to buy and sell XRP as a simple guide to digital assets. Guys, you're crazy. XRP is a coin that has gained XRP is a digital currency that has been getting a lot of attention since it was first created in 2012. It is part of a private network called the XRP Ledger. Its main job is to let you pay for things, and deals can be completed in 3 to 5 seconds. Why should we buy XRP in the first place? That is what some people say, and it does have a strong group, guys. They also talk about how to keep your XRP safe over here. They even tell us how to buy XRP step by step. This is being done again, so why? Yes, I think it's because they're getting everyone ready for this evil run. They'll say they'll fight soon, guys. Things will get crazy because Jerome Powell is printing so much money. A lot of money is going to come in, which is why we think ETFs are the best way for it to do so. Hey, guys, are going to get crazy, which is why they're setting the stage for the next few months. It is important to know that both hot and cold wallets are safe ways to store your XRP. Ledger is the best choice here, but if you want to buy some, I recommend Uphold. I have a referral link for them below. And if you buy some XRP, there are no fees, but I would really wait until we're dumped to get the most out of it. With new leadership, the Ne Allo Quad Novation stand, as Brad Garlinghouse tweeted a few hours ago. This is the end of the SEC's war on crypto. The next part of the market will see institutional flows mixed with open finance. On this show, guys who break the law talk. SEC against her. Let's look at it. Since you're the first people I've watched it with, here are my thoughts on it. Brad Garlinghouse is the CEO of Ripple. Ripple's XRP is the first coin on the decentralized blockchain XRP ledger Litigas. When we last talked to Ha Pure, an SEC commissioner, she said that the case against Ripple was still up in the air. Where is it now? If we began to, I heard last night that it might be going away. We made peace with the staff, which is how things usually work. The staff makes ideas to the commission and then the commission votes. When we talk about that, we make it clear that the staff agrees with us. Though the panel hasn't made a choice yet, we all decided to get rid of it and work on getting the SEC to put that in place. How we had planned for a $125 million 0 cents fine that might happen. In fact, we're taking back most of that money along with the interest that was earned along the way. I think this shows that Gensler, SEC broke the law. I also think that the new people in charge of the SEC and the White House are making things better and more open to new ideas. We want these companies to do well in our area. Country, look at that, guys. Gensler has done something wrong. Brad wasn't kidding when he said, hey, we'll be on the right side of history. Yes, but the law is even more important. As you are making what is known as legal money, I'm not sure what else to say if you still can't see that. The CEO is Brian Garlinghouse, and all the other shady players in the market are talking about how Bitcoin might be anonymous. Ripple is talking about XRP. No one knows where its head is. Okay, and I don't know anything about Vitalik. He is said to have had side jobs. You say you put most of the $125 million, 0 cents you had saved in that small fund just in case something bad happened. What's left? In the end, the SEC will get $50 million, 0 cents. America, the government will get $50 million, 0 cents. People could even buy that with XRP, which is something we talked about. But wow, that means $50 million, 0 cents for the SEC. Still, I'm sure they'll get it in XRP. They won't sell it when they do because Trump wants it. That's why, well, you might as well keep it. They said $50 million, 0 cents. They even said that XRP could be used to pay for it. But check out in the end, this is a big step forward. When you look at everything as a whole, I think the Trump government is keeping their promises. Scott Basson is in charge of the campaign. David Sachs is in charge of the White House. And Paul Atkins was approved yesterday. These are people who want to know how to make this business do well in the smart laws and rules in the United States. It's been 4 years since we had that. Have you noticed that the price of cryptocurrencies has been going down since they left office and Trump took over? But if you look at what's been going on behind the scenes with laws and rules, and the sphere and the story are really making the future better, right? Long-term gain for a long time at how much short-term pain costs. What rules do you think should be in place? Have you talked to David Sachs? What if you told him, hey, David, this needs to be big on Capitol Hill at the very least. Coin safety bills and market changes are the ones getting the most press. We need to get these bills passed. We don't have stablecoin rules yet because we don't know what licenses are needed or when banks should be involved. The New York Department of Financial Services gave Ripple a trust license to release our stablecoin.